Hi, you guys. This is Civil Disobedience. I want to, first of all, thank all my new subscribers for checking out my channel. You guys don't know how it feels to have some people out there that wants to hear this voice. I have a degree in broadcast journalism, and this is the furthest that I've ever thrust myself into a career. So it feels good to have some people out there listening. I appreciate all of my subscribers taking time to comment. If you haven't hit that subscription button, please take the time to do so now. Please leave your thoughts and opinions below. Make sure you share any of the information you find on my page. If you look at old videos that are on my page, I started out just wanting to try for a job here at a local newspaper in my hometown in Louisiana, and from there I was advised to try out some popular culture and news. So here we are with an interview that I was given from a new subscriber, Anthony, who was housed in 29 Parcham. He's done time not only in Parcham, Mississippi's prison, or Parcham prison in Mississippi. He's also done time in Wilkinson County and several other prison areas in Mississippi, so he can kind of give us a real glimpse at what we're looking at with the current situation that's going on in the Mississippi prison system. So I uploaded a video of Yandy Smith Harris from Love and Hip Hop New York speaking on behalf of Until Freedom, and she was basically saying that they were making phone calls and they were finding out that it wasn't specifically gang initiated or gang started, gang instigated. The fact that the prisons are so underguarded, the situation cost some prisoners their lives, and that is something that happens, according to Anthony, whose name is changed to protect him because he has to go back and, do parole and do all this other stuff before he's actually free. He was saying that the living conditions, there's never any running water. Some cells have the running water, some cells don't. There's mold and mildew, and prisons have to be inspected. They just simply slap a new coat of paint on there. So if you've been following the pictures that are online, you see one where an inmate kicks the wall and the paint falls. That's because of the mold and the mildew. It's just there for inspection. There's no education and there's very little food. Now, Anthony is blessed because he came from people who were able to assist him. So he was saying that the overheating wasn't as bad on him because he was provided 4 fans. He was able to purchase 4 fans. However, he says at a certain point, you're just simply pushing around hot air. So he validated the photo of the men sleeping in front of the fan. And what he shared is the men would rather sleep on the floor in front of the fan instead of on their acquired bunks or required bunks. And the reason for this is those inmates who are not able to purchase a fan are provided one big, what we would call here in the South, yard fan. And it's basically situated periodically throughout the room. So these men are basically getting up in the middle of the night and moving whenever they move the fan. So not only are these men overheated, they're also starving and sleep deprived, okay? So we can basically reassure that there's no rehabilitation going on when people are basically deprived of the basic human needs in order to even feel remorse. You can't feel remorse when you're feeling heat, when you're feeling, and of course you're sorry that you're locked up. I know you're probably saying, how dare she say something like that? But here's the thing, you do not want to release on society people who are mentally incapable of feeling sorry because they feel so deprived of basic human needs. So, there's no education in Parcham or in Wilkinson County jails or prisons. So inmates who are looking to join programs to lessen their time are not given that ability. Now, Anthony was also able to provide that he's been in a regional prison in Mississippi, and I'm not too sure what the differences are, but he says in the regional prisons, they're more privately owned and they're better kept. And so inmates are given the education and different things of that nature that helps to lessen prison time and also makes a productive person upon leaving prison. He says that he witnessed several incidents that are similar to what's being put in the news now. In one incident, a man hung himself because he was not given his appropriate medication. And so by the time the nurses made it around, he basically was hanging in his cell. Another incident that he witnessed, an inmate was attacked and stabbed. Okay? And the inmate that was stabbed, broke the neck of the man who was stabbing him, broke the neck of the inmate who was stabbing him. And he says that it's basically that kind of cutthroat. So that's exactly what I mean. A person who may not have even known they had murderous intentions, have been given the opportunity to develop into a murderer, One of the subscribers that I've just gotten commented and said how her fiance was in there and he just wanted to serve his time and be released, and he wasn't able to because of the conditions. He kept adding on to his time trying to protect himself. Now, Anthony, who again, name has been changed to protect his identity, he has said that the story behind the guard handing over keys is not true. He's saying that the female guard, which if you will look through my videos, I did a previous video. Actually, I did 2 previous videos. However, they deleted one for graphic content. And then there's another one where a young lady's identity was shown. And it was like her Facebook identity, not her real name. And they're saying that she was charged, but he's saying that's not a true story. She did not hand over keys. Now, I have found out recently by looking at regular news, there were 2 guards that were arrested after Epstein's death. After he was found dead in his cell, 2 guards were arrested basically because they neglected to do their duty while on duty. So that may be why the young lady was arrested. I have no clue. Anthony says when the food is low, he simply fasts, or if it's rotten, he just will go without eating for that day. Now that they're on lockdown, they're not able to go to canteen or commissary or whatever it's called in the different prisons. And so the 60 to 80 men in one dorm or zone are simply confined to that one area. And in the area of 60 to 80 men, there may be only 1 or 2 actual working toilets that flush. Okay, and he's saying that the inmates are basically left to organize themselves for the guards because there just are not enough guards. Which is why he's saying the story about the young lady just simply handing over some keys is untrue, because he says nobody would do that. And I thought it was unfounded in how it sounded too. So I appreciate you guys for taking the time to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this information, because we want to help the men and women who have to serve time so that they come out productive and capable to live amongst us and not be considered so savage because of savage treatment. I want you to click that like button, that subscribe button, and leave your thoughts and opinions below. This is Civil Disobedience. Peace.